Hello everyone, lovely to have you with me. I'm going to do my Monday assignment as part of Margarete Miller's Collage Challenge for 2025. I've got my prompts here for assignment number 4, which is the one I'm going to tackle today, and I've got my pieces here, or my choices here, for the respective prompts. So the first one is a map with roads. So I've gone with a piece of an OS map that I've previously used, as you can see, because there's a massive chunk already taken out of it. Something that needs water. Well, I've got various bits and bobs here. I've got a faux stamp here with some fern on. I've lifted this one out because potentially there's areas of green on this map. I've lifted out this one, again because there's areas of brown on the map, and this is ivy, but it's on a white background, so that might be a little bit difficult to work in. I've got this transparent one, which would be ideal and very discreet if it's on perhaps a plain background rather than a detailed background here, but you never know. And I've also got these paint splotches which form part of the sticker, and again they might pick up the green there, tie in with the fern, so it's a possible option. And then I've got this, which is almost like a letter press of a branch of foliage, something with wheels. Oh, it's tucked underneath here. I've lifted out a couple of images of vintage cars, and as you can see, they're nice and rusty. I've gone for the yellow colour on both of these because a lot of the roads here are yellow. The rust will tie in with the brown, and if I decide to use this portion here of the map, then I've got blue on this car here that will pick up the blue on that. So again, lots of options and lots of ways to tie it in with what's going on with my background, and that's what I'm always looking for when I'm choosing my prompts, when I pick out a theme. The next one is a handwritten note or signature, and I've got this little note here. This is part of a note that was put in an exercise book, and it is all in French, handwritten and in pencil. Penultimate one is polka dots. So I've lifted out these washi stickers. I haven't got any polka dot paper, but I thought these might hit the bill if I use several. And again, they're various shades of green, which picks up the green on the map. And if I decide to use this and or this, it would pick up the green on either of those or both of those. The final prompt is something in black and white, so I've gone for this image. I was looking originally for a road with white road markings as we have here in the UK, and I was going to cut out or cut away the background and just have the road in place, but then I came across this image which is all black and white, which is absolutely perfect because it's got a beigey brown border. It ties in nicely with this, and as you've heard me say, the brown road's on here. So again, there's lots for me to tie in that border with. So I've got the background here, I've got more or less the background on that stamp if I decide to use it, and similarly with that foliage on that sticker if I decide to use it. So let me pop those to one side here, bring in my working background. That goes up there in front of me where I always can have a quick glance at it. So I'm going in first with my map. I'm leaning towards using this side. I'm going to pop it that way round first off. Not going to do any cutting yet, I'm just auditioning my pieces. I've folded it in half because there's a natural fold there and it hides this. So I'm going to make use of that fold. Just fold that portion over as well. So it's going to look something like that. I could pop that in here, something like that. I'm not liking this break up here between the writing, so I would trim that off, and that would again bring it inside my working border. So let's maybe put the ruler down there, so that's giving me more or less an idea of what that's going to look like. Instantly I'm not liking that, so maybe something like that, putting that central. I want to pull it down more because I'm not liking this showing so much, but I haven't got much of a clearance. Go with something like that to start with, maybe. Probably trim that away down there. If I do that, then I'm going to get that showing like that and have it half and half. Do I like that? Yeah, that's okay. Gives me a lot of this, which I don't like. Let's pull the cars in. I'm leaning towards down in this corner to make use of the road. So I want to stagger it, and the first thing that's coming to mind is, whilst that's nice, I feel like I want something bigger. So I'm going to go with the other car, which I know gives me more of an impact. Let's play with these. I could do something like that and have the vegetation growing out of it, bearing in mind that that is going to be something like that. Okay, that's a little bit lost on there. Some detail happening on this side, and perhaps loop that over there like that. And that breaks up this bit. This is looking quite busy. So that white background, is it a white background or is that just the... Oh, so that is transparent. It's not on a white background. I was thinking that that white background would help, but it doesn't particularly. It would actually mean that if I pull this down onto here, that floral element would be lost. So I would need to have it something like that. But I'm actually thinking that would also be lost against that. So I'm not going to choose that. And similarly, it's going to be the same with this one. It's even smaller, so even more is going to be lost. So let's have a look at the fern. It gives me some solid detail there. Could pull in those paint swatches and then have the green washi stickers down here for the polka dots. Yeah, okay, definitely going to use those paint swatches, definitely going to use that. Made my decision about that. The background, let me pop these to one side. Background is not right. These two pieces are not right for the moment, so let me have a play with those. I'm going to trim this one off because it's not straight, so I'm going to bring in my guillotine and trim that one off. I lost a bit of video there, everybody, but trust me, you haven't missed much at all. I've just trimmed away my map background, and as you can see, I've trimmed it well within the working border, and I've trimmed this down quite a bit. I've still got a bit more trimming to do, but I'm thinking something along those lines. Coming in slightly on either side of my left and right margins. I'm going to trim away some more of this piece. So I think I'm going to trim it round about there and then just move this left-hand matte piece up slightly. May well trim this down some more. Bring in my car. Now originally I was going to line it up with where the white and the beige meets, but I'm realising that if I use that stamp then I don't need to be too critical about that. I can have it a bit further over to my left hand side, bring it in a little bit more central, which gives me more of my map showing, and it also gives me a staggered edge on my right hand side. And you know me and my staggering, I seem to stagger everything. So I get some of the detail at the bottom of the faux stamp and down that side as well. Just wondering whether to trim away more at the bottom here. I'm liking how that is positioned, so I'm going to put some glue behind this piece here and hold that piece where I want it to be. Move those two off and a bit under here. I've got my car and my stamp positioned how I want on here, so I'm going to put some glue behind these pieces. Just going to glue the car on this right hand side because I want to use that green on the other side and I want to tuck it underneath. Obviously this is not glued onto my background as yet. I'll glue it all in place in one go. Quite a tortuous way of gluing, but I always find this works best for me. And before I go in with these bits, I'm going to glue this onto my background. So I'm thinking something like that. Maybe pull them down. Yeah, I'm going to pull them down. Go in with my glue and just secure my car in place. So the only thing I need to do now is to get in my polka dots. I'm going to use washi dots down here, and I'm going to use the green. I'm going to go in with the dark green because that's dark green. I'm going to put two, one on top of each other, which makes them a darker green. It's my second one. I'm going to leave that so that it's not as dark. And then for my third polka dot, I'm going to go in with the next shade down, which is that one. I am going to go in with that one again because it's quite light and it's picking up the background or showing the background through it. Now you might not be able to see much variation in those, but there is some variation. And that's my finished piece for this week. Yeah, came together quite quickly. Just wondering about using that. Oh, quite like that up there. Let's peel that off and have a little look. Yeah, I think it's just adding a little bit more interest up in this top left-hand corner, maybe balancing it out a little bit better. So I'm going to go with that up there. So quickly bringing in my prompts. A map with roads. I've got my map here. This is a local OS map of the area where I live, or fairly close. Something that needs water. I've gone with my fern here on a faux stamp and this flower sticker. Something with wheels, my lovely yellow rusty vintage car there. Handwritten note or signature, that's this piece here on the right hand side in the background. Polka dots, well you saw me just put those in, and something in black and white. Well, this is my black and white picture of a road, and I've got those little stickers down there to give me my rule of 3 in terms of green. So I've got piece there, and piece there in terms of colour. Yellow to pick up the roads, as I mentioned, rust, and this beige to pick up the townships or the buildings on here, and there is some green as well. So I hope you like that, everybody. I really enjoyed doing this one. Came together really quickly in the end. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to you joining me next Monday for assignment number 5. Until then, I'll leave you with some close-up photos as I always do. See you in the next video. Bye bye now.